How's it going, everybody? Popcorn Pro here, and today we are reviewing Superman 2025. And I just want to highlight the highs and lows, and pretty much the number one positive I have for this is a breath of hopefulness and character. So I just want to say David Cornsweet's portrayal as a hopeful human and Superman one praise, especially for me. Balancing strength with vulnerability, especially in scenes involving Crypto and Lois Lane. That's another positive I have.
Oh, yeah, that's
Crypto in this movie kicks ass.
I tried to stop him.
It's fine, Heather. Superman, we finally meet. Would you like a coffee?
Where's the dog?
Dog?
The dog, loser! You took the dog!
That's right, you get all of this.
Where's the dog?
I have no clue what you're talking about.
He's just a dog.
I don't know what dog you're talking about.
So James Gunn, that's something I want to put in the positive still, but I still want to talk about James Gunn. James Gunn is someone as a director that I've liked some of his films, but if you take him away from a movie and he wasn't even on the poster, I'd still know it's a James Gunn film. And that goes with this movie as well, but I will say Gunn blends a lot of the whimsy, emotional stakes, and the political allegory, misinformation. I'm not going to get into spoilers of the movie, but he does it very well. And it's exactly what DC movies have been missing, a dynamic, a mix of energy, and emotional grounding. It's nostalgic yet fresh. I mean, the colorful comic book inspired visuals, it literally feels like a comic book was put to screen. And I have to give that to James Gunn. Like, complete positive, loved it. I am going to have some mixed about the supporting cast, but there are some positives as well. Rachel Brosnan's Lois brought a sharp chemistry. At first, I didn't like her, but I know you're not supposed to like her because she goes after every news story. She's a predator. She's going after everything. I understand the dynamic, but she grew on me. Lex Luthor, he plays a petty bitch. I mean, I could have put that in the mix.
Your obsession with me is getting a little creepy.
Don't worry. Tall, dark, and Martian isn't my type.
And I want to see how they expand on that in the sequel because I have ideas in my head that would be really cool. It's like oddly delightful and it's energizing the hero villain dynamic. Get into the mixed aspects of the film, which would be tone juggling. James Gunn's signature charm is all over the film. The same style might be a double edged sword for some, not for me. The movie swings between heartfelt sincerity, cartoonish, sci fi, and political commentary. That's probably why I'm putting it in the mix because there is so many different plot elements that they try to put in this one film. A friend of mine said it's almost episodic. Sometimes smoothly, other times jarringly. One minute you're emotionally invested in Clark's internal struggle, and then the next you're watching Crypto fight in the multiverse bubble. For some, it's excitingly unpredictable, and others, it's tonally inconsistent. I'm on the opposite end because I saw the movie twice, actually. So the first time I saw the movie, I thought it was tonally inconsistent. I rewatched it, and honestly, I have no problems with the pacing. It actually grew on me, the pacing. Um, I will say later on, I have a little negative for the climax that kind of bogs down the pacing a little bit, but overall, I'm gonna have to disagree with There's a lot of people out there right now saying that the pacing is really off. I also disagree with the comedic elements that people are saying because the comedy I think is handled very well in this movie.
How do you even know Superman anyway?
I just do.
So you know about the hypno glasses.
Now she does.
Well, I'm not saying who he is, just that he wears hypno glasses. They make his face terrific. How do they work? They make his face look different in your brain when he wears them so that you don't know who he is?
Yes, I know this.
So you know he's Clark Kent.
Why does he trust everyone?
He doesn't. Just us, because we are also of the cloth.
Of the cloth?
Alright, so I want to get into, this nitpick negative, but I'm still going to talk in depth about it. So let's talk about the climax without spoiling the movie for you, because this was a turning point for me. The first time I saw Superman, I walked out thinking, okay, that was a solid 7. When I watched it again, I came out with a 7.5. Good setup, cool ideas, a little messy, but whatever. After watching it again, I had a different reaction, not better or worse, just different. On one hand, I respect that James Gunn was going for thematically it worked Superman's final choice, the internal struggle, the way he holds onto his values, even when the world literally starts collapsing around him. It hits that classic Superman heart, and that's what James Gunn was going for. But I will have to say I still think there's something they could have done better in the climax. I'm not gonna spoil anything with Lex. Um, and I get it. It's supposed to be this massive mythic moment, but I kind of wish it had been a little more focused, a little more cleaner. Let the emotion breathe instead of burying it under digital debris. So I don't hate the climax. I actually think it's meaningful. But depending on how much you care about polish versus payoff, that might either leave you hyped or kind of dizzy. For me, it brought my score down just a bit, not because the story failed, because the delivery didn't quite stick the landing. But overall, I will say Superman, after my second viewing, I first said it was a 7, but now I'm going to say it's a 7.5. Well, this is the Popcorn Pro, and I'm signing out.